All too often, I'm hearing from parent group leaders, whether they're in a PTA or a PTO or some other kind of parent group, that people are just not stepping up into the leadership positions that they need to run their group. And so what ends up happening is it's a very small group of parents who are doing all of the work. And so they are either getting burnt out and deciding to quit early and kind of leave everybody high and dry, or they are doing the work begrudgingly and then waiting until they get done and then celebrate not having to go through it anymore. And so I just kind of want to talk to you about some of the reasons that is probably happening and what you can do to prevent this from happening and to change what is going on in your PTO. Because I don't know that anybody has ever said this, and this is maybe they didn't even realize that this was happening, but through my experience, I think this is what's going on. And that's basically people don't want to look stupid. So they're not going to sign up for a job that looks to be too much or that they don't know what is going on. So there's really two reasons that I just gave right then. So we're going to talk about the issue that they don't know what they're doing. When is the last time that you stepped up? You personally stepped up for something that you had no idea what you were going to be doing, how you would be doing something? Probably never, right? Or maybe you're like that special unicorn that's like, sure, I'll give it a try. There are way more people who will not do that than the people who will step up and try. So that's number one if we're making a list. And number two is nobody wants to look like a fool. Nobody. You just don't want to look like an idiot. You don't want to look uninformed, unintelligent, and you don't know what you're doing. So that's why people are not stepping up. Or yet another reason, I should say. Maybe they haven't even thought these things through. But I will tell you, I personally am way more likely to step up into a group that is one, well-functioning, not a dysfunctional hot mess, where communication is pretty good, is always room for improvement, but also I'm way more ready and willing to step up into a volunteer position within a parent group organization when I know that I'm going to have the support. So either I'm going to have the resources because I know that I'm getting an organized binder from the other person with all of the job duties laid out for me with templates and at least some of the forms that they used in the last year. Might not be everything that I'll need, but it's gives me something good to go on. Then I know I can take that and kind of run with it and keep adding to it. So if any of this is making sense to you, if this sounds like, oh yeah, that I'd be way more ready to step up into a position if I had those resources, well, then I have some good news for you. I actually have made a lot of the resources that you're going to need, and they're available in the PTO Answer Shop. So there is a resource kit for every single volunteer role in a PTO or a PTA, from president to treasurer and everything in between. There is definitely a link to my shop in the description below, so you should definitely check that out. The other thing is that you really need to think about investing in these resources as a group, because they are really going to help your group stay active, stay more functional, just be more attractive to other parents, starting the second that you get the resources from now going well into the future. So really you can help yourself out by getting the resources now. So it's going to benefit you personally because you're going to have a better understanding of how to run your group and how to do the different roles. Fundraising, for example, that's a huge role that if you don't know how to raise money for a nonprofit, which even if your group is technically not a nonprofit, it's close enough to where you can still treat it like a nonprofit and follow the same best practices and all of that good stuff. Those skills just don't automatically enter your brain unless you took a class, business classes in college for this. I don't know when else you would have gotten this experience. Maybe your entrepreneurial skills as a Girl Scout, if you happen to be a Girl Scout or a Boy Scout, will come in handy. But generally, you need some more support to figure out how to do it. The solution is to get the resources that are available to you, and you can definitely check them out in the PTO Answer Shop. Save yourself the time, trouble, and headache, and just go ahead and get everything done for you so that you can start enjoying your volunteer role more now and going forward. So I hope this video has been so helpful for you in rethinking about some of the reasons why people don't get involved. And in fact, you do have a solution to head that off at the pass. And be sure to join me for my next video too.